Hey dolls and friends, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you're new here, my name is Amber Michon and I do weekly DIYs and hauls. If you're not new, hey doll, hey. In today's video, I have some really nice modern farmhouse DIYs for you. They are so easy to create and gives you that really nice high-end look that I know we all want to achieve. So I really hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you do, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. If you're new and continue to enjoy the video, I would love if you would consider subscribing and hitting the bell right next to it so you're notified every time that I upload. Alright dolls, let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so I'm going to begin with a pretty easy one. I'm calling this my distressed frame elephant. So from Dollar Tree, I got an 8x10 picture frame that has like this faux wood frame on it. And then from Target's Dollar Spot, I got a pack of these like gallery pictures. It was a different pack. It had like a safari theme to it. So I'm using the elephant for this one. So the first thing I did is remove everything out of the frame. And then I paint that using my linen white chalk paint from Rust-Oleum, and I give that 2 coats of paint. After that's dry, I'm going to take this acrylic elephant gray paint from Apple Barrel, picked it up from Walmart, and I'm going to use my chippy brush and just give the entire frame a good distressing. I thought it matched really, really well with like the elephant, and it gave it so much texture with me distressing it, that gray color, and just getting that pop of color on the corners and on the grooves and everything. I think it's just really, really stunning and really, really pretty. This is so easy, you guys. So then after that, I just had to cut down the elephant picture just a little bit on all sides so it can fit inside of the picture frame. Then I just put everything back, and that is it. So easy, just a couple of bucks, and it looks so high-end and so modern. I know I always say it, but I absolutely love this picture. Next up, we're making another easy frame, and this is a framed giraffe. From Dollar Tree, I have a crafter square flat canvas. This is one of the smaller ones, or like the mid-size one. And then I'm using another one of those pictures with a giraffe and a square dowel rod that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. So the first thing I did is just measure out on the sides and mark it down, then cut it down to size. And I'm using my miter shears, and I do a 45-degree angle for all 4 sides. When I have the correct measurement, then I just use one of those and measure out the rest of the dowel rod. Now that everything is cut down to size correctly, I'm going to paint them using my white linen chalk paint. Then I'm going to use my jet black acrylic paint and paint my canvas. And this is how everything looks once it's all complete and dry. And then the next thing I'm going to do is just lay out my dowel rods on my frame to make sure that they're all the right size and in the right place. And then I just use some hot glue to adhere those. Now this hot glue is like wood hot glue, and it works really well. It has a really good hold, and I've been using it for like the past few weeks. It's amazing. I got it from Surebonder. It's so good. Then after my border is down, I just hot glue my giraffe picture down and give it a little bit more character and dimension. I took my staple gun and just stapled on all 4 corners where the dowel rods meet. And then I love my half wood beads, so I added those to the corner of the giraffe picture, and I think it brought it all together and makes it look so high end and gives it that real good modern farmhouse look that I love. Let me know what you think about this one. Video is also part of a group collaboration called Guys versus Girls, and it is hosted by my friend Jamie over at the Crafty DIY Guy. He brought a group of us together to compete and not so much compete with our crafting. It is a friend hop, so the way that the hop works is that after you're done watching my video, go down to my description box below. The link will be right at the top for you to hop over to the next person, and you just go And you just go all the way around until you get back to me. Also, as part of this collaboration and friend hop, you have a chance to be entered to win a $100 gift card from our exclusive sponsor, Surebonder. Here are the details. You must comment on each video in order to be entered into the sweepstakes, and failure to do so will result in an invalid entry. The winner will be chosen at random, and you will be notified via YouTube comments and have 48 hours to contact the crafty DIY guy at gmail.com to claim your prize. The winner will be drawn on Monday, July 5th, and this is only open to US and Canadian residents only. So that's it. All you have to do is comment on everybody's video to enter in a chance to win a $100 gift card from Surebonder. In addition to the hop, we will also have a playlist that will be in my description box below that you can go and see everybody's videos there as well. Alright dolls, good luck. Now let's get back into the video.
Next up, we have this welcome key holder. So from Dollar Tree, I have this Valentine's Day sign, tag sign, as well as this, I want to say it's like look like a picket fence, but it's not. It's like a pallet thing from Dollar Tree. And then Dollar Tree Plus section has this welcome word that was $3. Well, it was a welcome word with hooks. And anyway, so what I did is cut down my sign to take the top part of the tag off. I just measured it out to where it was an even square. I used my knife to go ahead and score it. And then I took my utility knife and then just kept scoring it and cutting it down and broke it apart. And it was pretty perfect, pretty easy. Then I just covered the back side now. Well, it's the front side, but now it's going to be the back side with my brown craft paper because, you know, I don't like all that stuff showing, but that's just me. After that's done, then I take my linen white chalk paint again and give this sign about 2 coats. As that is drying, I'm going to work on my border now, and this is what I'm using this palette like sign for. So I just remove the twine and then I just take off all 4 pieces that are on top. I do it, you have to put a little bit of force behind it, but also you want to make sure you don't break or crack any of the wood pieces. So just be very careful. And then there's nails that are sticking up, so just be super careful about it. After I'm able to get them all apart, I go ahead and take my hazelnut chalk paint and I paint all of the palette borders now. Once they are dry, I'm going to take my finger sander and just sand down some of the edges and on top just to give it that more of a that farmhouse look. I'm looking for a nice modern high-end look, but also to keep that farmhouse style in it too. Once that's done, I just hot glue them down, and I love the look of part of the sticks hanging over the sign. That was pretty intentional. What is weird about these things though is that 2 of the sticks, like out of the 4, are like the same size. Like they're not all 4 the same size. You know, it's a Dollar Tree thing, right? Then I'm going to take my welcome hook word and lay that down, and I'm going to use these like wire pieces that I got off of a sign from Dollar General. And I'm actually going to use this to hang this welcome word. So I'm just kind of measuring out to where I can hang it on the E and the W. And then I take my drill and just drill a hole to where it's going to hang, or I want it to hang, and just kind of measure it out by eyeballing more than anything. That's what I'm doing, just eyeballing it. And then once that is done, I just put in both sides of that wire and then just loop it in to the W and the E, and then I flip it over, twist it together, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull it tight, flip it back over, and then hot glue it down. And then I'm also going to take a piece of craft stick that I had and also hot glue that on to the back of it so that I have a little bit more support, and I'm going to do that on both sides. Then for my hanger, I'm just going to take a piece of the jute that came on the actual palette sign, and I am going to just hang it that way. I knotted both ends and just hot glued them to the back, and that's it for this one. I absolutely love this, and I love the transformation from the items that I had. I think it is so nice, super functional, very high end, and so modern farmhouse. For this next DIY, I'm actually really excited about this beaded macrame wreath. I love it. So from Target's Dollar Spot, I got this macrame kit. It was just $3, and then a bunch of beads that I already had on hand that I got from Amazon. I think these are the 20 and then a wreath circular form from Dollar Tree. It was a pack from a 3D wreath form. So the first thing I did is cut the wreath form, the wire, using just my wire cutters, as well as the little like piece that is kind of sticking in there. That one gave me a little bit more trouble than actually just cutting it in the middle. Once I was done, I fed through a bead and then put some wood glue on the wreath form, so that way it would cover the little hump to where I cut off that little piece of wire, and I just kind of shimmied it on there, and then I'm just applying the rest of the beads with my wood glue. And this is definitely the best way to get your wood beads to hold onto wherever you're putting them onto. And so I use a generous amount to close this up, because I'm closing it up where it's actually open and I'm not going any further. So I just use a little dab of hot glue to get an instant hold, and then just kind of dump a bunch of wood glue around the last two beads so I could get a good hold. So I just do half of the wreath form, and then I take the macrame cord and just cut that down. There are instructions in the macrame kit, but I just kind of eyeballed two different lengths that I wanted. So these are the two lengths that I am doing on this wreath, and I am just doing a simple lark's head knot. And I'm just taking 3 of these strands each, making sure they're as even as possible, because I didn't cut them all the correct size. I mean, it was a lot, but it's mostly the same size. And then all I'm going to do is just take those 3 and then loop it into itself, as you can see here. I am not like a master at macrame, so I know you guys can find videos out there. But anyways, I do the longer ones in the middle and then the shorter ones right on the outside. And this is how everything looks once I am done. I just smooth it out, and then I'm going to cut it down so it all is even. So of course my middle is going to be a little bit longer than the outsides, and that's very intentional. I love the look of it. I love the length. I love the dimension. I love everything about this easy, simple macrame style. So this is what it looks like once I'm done. And then I'm going to use my Sola wood flowers. I absolutely love these, you guys. Oh my goodness. If you're able to get some, get some. They're so easy to work with. So all I'm going to do is just hot glue them down directly onto the wreath, directly onto the beads, directly onto the macrame cord, wherever they fit in, and until my eyes are happy with the amount of florals that I have on there. And I just pick out all the neutral color ones. I thought about putting some like soft pink ones on there, but it just did not go with the vibe I was looking for. And so I just kept it to that neutral brown, tan, white colors. Once I was satisfied with the amount of florals on there, I took one of the last 2 pieces of macrame cord I had, tied it up on the middle, and then hot glued the knot down onto the bead, cut off the excess, and there is my hanger. And that's it for this one. I love this one so much, you guys. I love the colors. I love everything about it. I just can't say it enough. But yeah, super easy too. All right, dolls, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure you head down to my description box to click the link to the next person to hop to. Be blessed, stay safe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.
And you will, in addition to, what are you doing? Are you playing with the keys? Are you ready to go? Can I have them? Press the button. Thank you.